Okay, no, this is not one. I wrote down 4 questions for Mom. She don't even know what the questions are, so this is completely unscripted, unplanned. It's late. She's been working, grinding 24/7, right? 365, no sleep. No, she just finished up the cast. What have you done today? What have you?
Sleep is important.
I know, sleep is important. You should get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a day. It's not about what you do when you're sleeping, or it's not about how much sleep you get. Wait, it's not about. It's not about how many hours. It's. Let me think about this thing. It's not about. It's what you do when you're awake. It's not about what you do.
I really don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. It's not about how much sleep you get. It's about what you do when you're awake. I think I said that right. Anyways, I'm going to ask Mom a few questions because I feel inspired to ask a few things, and I think that you guys could value from her opinion, her experience in life, and she's great at what she does, and she's building a legacy for herself and our family. So, Mom, first thing I have is what has been or is the biggest challenge that you have run into or come across so far in your business, in doTERRA, in the multi-level marketing space, in the industry? What would be one of the biggest challenges that you're having or have had in the past?
Probably just time management and making sure that the time that you spend is prioritized in a way that you are working towards things that are important and doing what's important and those essential things.
Essentialism. It's a big book on that.
It is.
I'll link it down in the description.
Yes, so the essentials, doing that. And really for me, it's been time blocking has been key. Just making sure it's a new concept for you.
Yeah, I haven't really done time blocking yet.
Time blocking is good.
Do you use like an app or something, or do you do it off of paper?
It's more. I'm kind of a paper pencil person.
Paper pencil person.
That's hard to say.
People say that paper pencil person. Okay, so
but just blocking out certain times that you can, focus on this task and this task, and honestly, I'm not always the greatest at it, and I can tend to try to multitask, but that's not good.
Yeah.
And you can't be effective that way, so you really have to spend those times like focusing and blocking out times that you have for specific
I heard
things.
something like you can multitask, but you can't multi-focus. So, and I've noticed that even just myself. You can do multiple things at the same time, but your brain literally can only focus on like one thing and put 100% in one thing at a time. So multitasking is a thing, but you can't focus. So if you multitask, you're most likely you kind of run backwards because you're not prioritizing and focusing on one thing at a time. So
mainly when you're dealing with like being an entrepreneur or like a network marketing business, this kind of thing, you really want to make sure that the time you're spending is on income producing activities. Okay, not just like organizing your office or.
A messy office means you're doing stuff.
Yeah, so that's nice to have a neat office, but if you're always just spending time training or you're just, I love to listen to videos and podcasts and all those kind of things all the time, but whenever I can, but if I'm just doing that but I'm not doing any income producing activities, then we're not going to have a business, right?
Yeah, exactly. So. No, that's a good point. So you can't just waste time on doing stuff that make you feel like you're doing something and being busy, when in reality you need to put down the stupid motivational videos, get off of YouTube, stop looking up. Listen, they're not stupid. I love it. But there comes a point where you got to stop worrying about all the motivational videos and the podcasts and the daily motivational quotes and put your head down and work and actually do something. Instead of just listening and getting that high feeling of like, let's go do it, but you never actually do.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah.
With action.
Anyways,
right?
Next thing, what has been or is the most rewarding thing about what you do? Your business, doTERRA, working in that industry. What if you could say one thing was the most rewarding? What would it be?
Seeing people's lives completely changed by these oils and too by the financial opportunity and the business opportunity. But just seeing people have hope And I mean, honestly, just their lives changed. Being able to get off of medications and using natural health care. And when I get texts or messages when people are saying, oh my goodness, I can't believe this, you know, it's just, it's pretty amazing. And then knowing that we're doing something for our family, for others, when we see, you know, working with people and seeing just those exciting moments of, wow, it's really, I don't know, it's really amazing.
I'm excited. Guys, we'll look back on this video in about 2 or 3 years. A lot's going to change by then. Moving on. Number 3. What is your purpose? This might kind of go along with the previous one, most rewarding, but what's your purpose? What's your drive? What keeps you going? I guess they kind of go hand in hand.
They do, yeah.
But, you know, you're grinding a lot sometimes. You're staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning some days doing stuff. Or getting up early.
It's not the best.
Yeah, it's not the best, but what keeps you going? What's your purpose for doing all this?
Right?
What's your drive? You know, what is it?
Oh my goodness. There's a lot.
A lot? Top 3.
Oh, Jamin. Well, just like I said, I mean, the first thing when we started with you know, doTERRA, I knew immediately that people needed to know that they had options in healthcare, and that was my biggest thing. You know, just like, wow, like people need to know about this, and people, you know, I really believe that it can change people, and it is, and it has.
I haven't been to the doctor in a really long time. I haven't taken medicine in a really long time. I think you should go for checkups and stuff like that, but I never get sick now. When I get a fever or cold or flu, I never have to go get any antibiotics, anything like that. I take the oils. I probably need to do it more regularly. But even when I'm doing that, I just start feeling something, and I feel like the essential oils can help aid and help me get over sicknesses and stuff. Just because every time I take
the natural healing process of your
exactly.
body helps to support
really
your body.
does help me.
Honestly, you know, for us as a family, it's something that I wanted to be able to help, you know, provide an income. I know my husband, David's dad, has worked really, really hard his whole life to provide for us, and I just would love to be able to, and we have through doTERRA, it's been able to take some of the stressors off, and then just to know that we can, you know, live in a way that we're able to give more, because, you know, just to be able to give more abundantly. So that's something, and definitely like leaving a legacy. I'm actually starting to read The Legacy Journey by Dr. I don't know, is he Dr. Dave Ramsey? I'm not sure. Dave Ramsey. So I'm starting to read that book, and I'm really excited about that. And so that's just a huge, I think, part of it too. Just the legacy, like you said, of like leaving a legacy and what we can do for.
Well, yeah, because you got
the world.
When you're grave, when you die, you've got the number you're born and the number you die. That little dash in between is your legacy. So, what are you going to create out of that? Are people going to remember you? How many people are going to show up to your funeral? That's one thing I think about. I mean, maybe that's weird to some people, but a lot of times I live my life in a way where one of the things I'm thinking about is, I want there to be so many people come to my funeral. Like people, it don't matter how high up, and like people that I know.
Well, you want to know that you made an impact.
Yeah, I want people to come to my funeral and I want to enjoy. I feel like for some reason I'm going to be able to know who came to my funeral when I get to heaven, and I want to see like who all came and who all I had an impact on during my life. And so this is helping you create that legacy. This is an outlet where you can help create that and develop that.
Well, and
really
the other thing is kind of to go along with that is really like I feel like God has taken us on a joy journey, and that's like a whole other topic for another day because that's a long story. But like one of my main purposes in life is to encourage people to choose joy every day and find the joy no matter what you're going through in life.
Absolutely.
And to know what that true joy is. And so that's something, even our business name, our team name is called Oil of Joy, and there's just a significance in that. But that's who I'm like, that's who I am, that's what I'm about, and I think it just cut off. What happened?
Use your flash. Oh, battery's too low to use flash. Oh, we'll cut it. It's still
what happened?
15%. So the battery's too low to use the flash.
Okay.
Keep on going.
Wait. Is it still going?
But I'm gonna cut it. So like it's gonna.
So that's something that, I mean, it's just about, like, I'm all about joy, and I want people to experience joy. I want to encourage people to have joy. And so, you know, even through doTERRA, like, it has allowed us to meet people that I never would have come in contact with, and just to be able to pour into people's lives. And that to me is such a blessing. And I just want to encourage, you know, men and women. I mean, obviously, it's not all women that we are helping. There's men in this business too. So just encourage men, women, families to experience joy in their lives, and honestly, the oils can help with that. Really, what we do is all about total wellness, and I'm talking like physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, mental, everything combined. And that's just who we are and what we want. We want people to experience that true joy and just help with that. So,
and the last thing I got kind of goes along with it also is, if you had to, for all of you people listening that are kind of in that place, you might need a little bit of encouragement. You're on the edge about going after whatever it is that you want to go after, your passion, your dream. That hunger that, you know, you sit at night and you think about it in your bed, but you never actually want to go for it. If you have one tip, you know, specifically more for women, you being a woman, a business owner, and going that whole route, if you had one tip to give to the busy women of America that have kids, that are trying to raise families, and, you know, if you're homeschooling, that's a whole other thing you can talk about another day. But if you have one tip, just overall for busy women of America, what would it be?
It's a good one, Jabin.
Again, it's not scripted. That's why she's having to think about it a second.
You make it difficult. One tip, you know, I guess what I would say is find your true passion and pursue it. Find your passion.
It sounds cliche.
It does. Well, it does, but for real, find your true passion and pursue it, and don't let anything get in your way. Like, go for it. Go all in. Consistency is key. I
say it all the time.
Just don't let anything stop you. I mean, just don't give up. And just keep going. Keep pressing forward. Yes, no excuses. Because one person's excuse for not doing something is another person's excuse for doing it. Okay, so you can say,
was that free? That was good.
So you can say, I can't do this because I have this many kids, and I have this going on, and or I'm going to do this because I have this many kids, and this is what, needs to happen because of that. Like, don't let anything stop you. Just, like you said, no excuses. Just go for it. Pursue it with everything you have, and let God be your guide.
That's awesome. All right, that wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.